4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hey guys, Ranchin here, bringing on the StarCraft commentary. It's going to be the final match in Group C of the Ro32 in the Avalon MSL. We have Shine up against Kwanro. Kwanro having beaten Stork in the losers match, and now Stork is out of the MSL. Now we're going to have him facing off against Shine, who's going to play the white Terran at the 5 o'clock position, and Kwanro's going to be the red Zerg at the 11 o'clock position. And this is, of course, on Carthage 3. And I really look forward to seeing what's going to happen here. In my opinion, honestly, don't really know what to think. Shine's, well, he's been showing some pretty decent stuff so far. Not really playing badly at all, honestly. Got through here into the position he's at pretty, by playing pretty decently. He beat Stork, just overall in a great game against Stork. We're going to see now how he manages up against the Zerg opponent. We've seen him play at TVT, we've seen him play at TVP, and we're going to get to see him play at TVZ. So I'm just really looking forward to what he can do there. Kwanro, of course, very, very aggressive. We're going to see whether he decides to go for some sort of uber aggressive build. He's going for Overlord first, so we're going to see whether he just tries to get a little bit of heavy economy, whether he goes maybe for an overpull and tries to put on some pressure without losing too much economy. And we're going to see what kind of build Shine goes for, whether he's going to stick to the more popular mech these days, or whether he might actually go for M&Ms. I don't know that much about Shine. I know he's been around for a while, as has Kwanro. They just haven't really broken through on the scene. They haven't played all that much. Okay, let's see here. Shine is going to put down a Resurrects and a wall off. It's very interesting to see how on Carthage they always put their turns seem to first put their first supply depots inside the main base, then use the second supply depot alongside the racks to wall in. Most likely so they don't have to move their SCV away to let the SCV mine the minerals a little bit longer, or else he's going to have to pull one SCV off minerals a little earlier on. Kwanro, meanwhile, is actually going to go for a more economic game. He played a very good heavy economic game against Stork, where he went for economy first, but then just put on constant pressure, stayed on 3 bases, and just mauled him. And we're going to see what tries to do something similar here. Going to put down his natural expansion alongside the spawning pool. Of course, 3-hatch builds are not very plausible against Terrans, especially if Terrans go for Medic Marines. They're going to have forces out much sooner than you're going to be able to defend if you go for a 3-hatch build. And we're going to see where it goes. CV now coming out for Shine. He's going to go around, spot the 12-hatch. Going to see that it's what's happening there. Going to go inside the main and completely unharassed. Of course, this is just normal. Kwanro has sent his Overlord down, not sending out a drone scout. Scout just going to trust in his OV scout form. Just going to go and see whether Shine has put down natural expansion or not, possibly. Aside from that, factory coming up from Shine, so he is indeed going to go for mech, only producing 1 single Marine to block off his ramp. So he's actually not going to go for a full blockade, just using a Marine and a barracks to go for a partial blockade. Still, Shine has his own SCV line. 3rd hatchery actually being put down by Kwanro inside of his own main. So he's going to go for a 2-base 3-hatch build. And I was talking earlier, I think I might have talked earlier about 3-hatch builds when I actually meant 3-base builds, so I apologize about that. I meant that 3-base builds are generally not a very good idea against Terrans. Okay, 1-fac expansion coming in from Shine, so he's also going to try to play economics, try to catch up a little bit, and not going to put on the heavy pressure. Kwanro is going to have 3 hatcheries producing a bunch of troops fairly soon. We're going to see whether he tries to go for mutas or what. I'm assuming he's going to be putting up his lair just as soon as his spawning pool comes out. Now his first Zergling's out. Going to go around, try to kill the SCV, and it does meanwhile get up his lair. So we're going to see just from there whether he puts down his spire. First Vulture now out in the way for Shine. We're going to see what actually goes out. Does get spotted with the OV. Is going to go up and try to harass, but there is a sunken colony on the way in Kwanro's natural expansion, so that Vulture's probably not going to be able to go too far. Machine shop being put down out by Shine, mining plenty of gas, not producing any more ground troops so far. Knows he's fairly safe, knows Zerglings really out in the way. Only 4 Zerglings out for Kwanro, and that's getting fully scouted. Shine feeling pretty confident in that he can, if anything should happen, he would be able to defend with a Vulture. Probably not going to be able to go much further than that sunken colony. All of those Zerglings alongside that will be able to blockade the exit. Could be like a 1 Zergling loss or so to the Vulture if that should happen, but still should be fairly good. Now looking at the polls, wow, 79% think that Kwanro will take this, 21% think that Shine will take this. Kwanro, of course, has gone to this to the round of 16 before, so I suppose I understand why a lot more people think that his experience under tense situations will really come in handy here. And Shine going for an armory alongside his second factory. Most likely going to put down some Goliaths. And we're going to see where they actually decides to go for something funky, something everything build like. Sparta coming up for Kwanro's going to take him a little while to get those up, but put up fairly good Mutalisk play in the last game, which he just used the Mutalisk as a sort of a catalyst for something completely different, to go for a huge army break. Mine's now out for the Vultures, so there are going to be Vultures all over the place. Some are going to get spotted by the Overlord, so that Kwanro knows that our Overlord, there are mines on the field, can plant mines at the expansion at the 1 o'clock position, so that he can't put a hatchery there. Kwanro just producing Zerglings for now. I'm not quite sure if he has speed. He has a pretty decent size of Zerglings. You're going to see what actually tries to go for something aggressive there. He has to be really careful where he runs by. He does have speed out. He has to be really careful where he runs by. He's actually going to start off by trying to kill this Vulture. He has to be really careful to avoid the mines. Microing his Zerglings very beautifully, just setting out one Zergling, 2 mine plants. Oh, several Zerglings will get taken out by yet another mine. I think there was 4. And that's not really going to help him out. Yet another mine there in the vicinity. Gonna take out. Oh, Kwanro does a pretty decent split, but doesn't quite mix 2 Zerglings run south. Not only 3 left, not going to be able to do too much. Shine with pretty decent micro there. Goliath now on the way. Frodo's Mule is going to be coming his way. And also put down a bunker at his Nutcher expansion to put his marine inside of. So overall, he's going to be fairly safe. Zerg is actually going to run down, going to spot that bunker, not going to be able to do anything at all. So Kwanro has honestly lost quite a decent number of Zerglings without doing really anything. I think they might have taken out 1 Vulture, but I'm not even sure if he did manage to do that. Cleared up a couple of mines, but honestly, you don't want to suicide your Zergling. You just send 1 Zergling out, 1 or 2 Zerglings out if you really want to go around clearing up some mines. And now Missile Turret's also coming up alongside those Goliaths for Shine. I assume he's going to be getting some Terran boosters. He's read perfectly that Kwanro's going to go for Mutas. And Kwanro's going to be in bad position now, going out with Scourge alongside his Mutas. Possibly, he didn't really get a scout inside of Shine's base, so he doesn't really know what to expect. For all he knows, there might be Valkyries in there, so that's what again was Scourge up inside 3rd Factory coming up for Shine. Has turrets all over the place, his Goliaths in place, so honestly I don't believe Stork is going to accomplish anything whatsoever with this harassment. And I think, did I say just Stork? Whoops. I think I said Stork. I'm not sure. Kwanro actually sending out one group of Mutas alongside his Scourge, possibly trying to make the Scourge take some of the damage. Goliath now coming in, not Charon Booster upgraded, so Shine is not going to be able to reach Kwanro unless he micros pretty well, unless Kwanro flies right into the fire. Still going around trying to take down some turrets and take down some SCVs. Goliaths and turrets, though, in combination should be able to help him out. Kwanro alongside is getting his inside 11 o'clock, still flying out with his Mutas, trying to kill some random SCVs. Some turrets not being placed too well. Pretty beautiful micro there by Kwanro, going around killing a pretty decent number of SCVs, killing a lot of SCVs here. Also has those Scourge in the air just to help him block, to possibly take some shots. Is now going to fly off, take quite a few missiles from those turrets, but still did a pretty decent harass, killed quite a few SCVs. Although he did take quite a heavy amount of damage, he's going to need a much larger ground army now to support those Mutas. He's also not getting his 1 o'clock base. I hope he's not overextending himself. He's getting quite a few bases. Now he's going to have to trust his Mutalisk to hold Shine back. The only thing he has to defend is 1 single sunken colony. Getting his Hydra Den alongside the Evolution Chamber is probably going to switch up, get some Lurkers alongside these Mutalisk. Again flying around with 2 groups of Mutalisk this time, trying to do some harassment, preventing cannons from coming up, but now going to get fully assaulted with Charon boosters. Far too many Goliaths on the ground. These Mutalisk are at this point not really going to be able to act as anything except for cannon fodder. Kwanro also going around spotting some mines, possibly going to go around and try to take some of them out. More factories being added in. I think there might have been a starport, didn't quite spot it. Again, Mutalisk going to come in for Kwanro, going to take out 1 turret and then fly back. Gonna take a volley of Charon booster missiles though. Just be really careful what he's doing. He's getting a pretty decent economy going right now. Getting his inside 11 o'clock alongside his 1 o'clock. Going around. I'm going to see what he actually manages to overwhelm, because he's getting a lot of Hydras now, probably going to morph into Lurkers fairly soon. We're going to see all going to come down to whether he can pull this off properly. If he can pull off a proper Lurker